Hello everyone and welcome to Odisha State Open University. I am Shrirupa Rath and in today's session I will be discussing on effective interview techniques. To start with, what is an interview? Interview is basically a conversation or a formal meeting where questions are asked and answered. Persons involved in an interview are the interviewer and the interviewee. Interviewer is the person who takes the interview and interviewee is the prospective candidate. It is the best way to know a person, his skills, his background, his experiences in a very limited time. Now let us discuss what are the types of interview. There are basically 6 types of interview which I would be discussing now. The first is structured interview. Structured interview is an interview wherein the interviewer has a predetermined agenda. He or she has a checklist or a set of questions prepared before interviewing the candidate. Second is unstructured interview. In an unstructured interview, the interviewer does not follow any predetermined agenda. They ask questions on various topics depending on the interest of the candidate. The next is stress interview. In a stress interview, the candidates are put in anxiety producing situation just to evaluate how they respond or react in stressful situations. The next type of interview is group interview. In a group interview, a group of candidates are interviewed simultaneously. The objective of a group interview is to see how the candidates behave in a group of people whom they do not know and to select the best candidate among the lot. The next kind of interview is virtual interview. The interview which is conducted via video conferencing technology is a virtual interview. And the last one is telephonic interview. Interviews which are conducted over phone are known as telephonic interview. Now we shall discuss how to prepare ourselves for an interview. The first is study your prospective company. It is very important to gain or acquire as much information as you can about the company you have applied for. Go to the website of the company, find out when it was founded, who is the CEO of the company, what products and services the company offers, where are the places in country or abroad it operates, how many employees the company has, any new product is launched in the market or not. Also don't forget to go through the annual report of the company. The second step is know yourself. After knowing the company well, try to know yourself. What are your skills and expertise? Try to find out your own skills and expertise. How can you justify with the requirements of the company? Does your qualification, your experience, your expertise match with the requirement of the company or not? The third point is plan your appearance. It is very important to plan your appearance. How you're going to look in your interview matters a lot. So, dress well. Be formally dressed. Don't overdress yourself. Wear minimalistic accessories. Don't use strong perfumes. Then the next point is plan your time and material. You should always reach the interview venue 10 to 15 minutes prior to the appointed time. Also, plan your materials means take a folder containing all your important documents. Your CV, don't forget to take extra copies of your CV or resumes. Then take a notepad, a pen, a set of questions which you must have prepared to ask the employer, and also your references. Last but not the least, practice mock interview. As I've told you in our last session, that is the GD session, that practice makes a man perfect. Similarly, for appearing in an interview, you should practice a lot, and the best way is to appear for mock interviews. Rehearse in front of the mirror. See the areas you lack and the areas you need to develop. Then we shall discuss about the interview process. There are 5 stages in the interview process. The first is ice breaking. When you enter the interview room, always enter with a smile on your face. Greet the interviewers with a firm handshake. Always remember, first impression lasts long. So the first half minute or 1 minute will talk a lot about your personality. Second stage in the interview process is personal qualifications and interest in position. This stage will talk about your personal qualifications, skill sets, expertise, experience, and why are you interested in this particular job. The third stage in an interview process is organization and position. The employer may test your knowledge of the company. They might ask you questions like, why do you want to work with our company? What do you know about the specific job role you have applied for? Other general questions are, do you have any geographical preference? Are you ready for a relocation? The next step is candidates questions. Always remember to ask questions to the employer. Usually what happens, candidates do not ask questions to the employer. Either they are nervous or they haven't prepared. But always prepare yourself with a set of questions which you should ask to the employers. Like, what is the kind of on-the-job training your company provides? Second is, how is your company different from its competitors? The last stage or the last step in the interview process is close and follow up. When the interview ends, always thank the interviewers for their time and indicate that you look forward to hear from them. Once the interview is over, evaluate your performance. Send a thank you note to the interviewers within 24 hours. And keep records of important dates and details for the follow-up. Now we shall discuss what does the employers look for in a candidate, or during an interview employers evaluate what qualities in a candidate. The first is self-confidence. Always be confident. You should speak confidently, but you should not be overconfident, because overconfidence will lead you nowhere. You might lose your job due to overconfidence. The next is subject knowledge. A candidate is expected to have in-depth subject knowledge in his area of specialization or area of interest. The third point is communication skills. It is very important and essential to have good communication skills. Speak in good and correct English without the influence of mother tongue. The next point is honesty. Be honest and truthful while answering to the interviewers. Even if you do not know an answer, say politely, "Sorry sir" or "Sorry madam, I do not know the answer." But do not bluff or try to manipulate. It gives a very wrong signal to the interviewers. The next is body language. As I have already told you, communication includes verbal communication as well as non-verbal communication, and body language is a part of non-verbal communication. Your posture, the way you sit, you should sit erect. You should not lean or slouch. Try to maintain eye contact with the interviewer, but stop or avoid staring continuously to the interviewer. Then a lot of facial expression or hand movements or shrugging of shoulders is not required. Just be natural. And the last one is dress code. Be formally dressed. Be well groomed. Wear clothes you are comfortable in. You do not have to wear very expensive clothes, or you do not have to wear showy jewelry or accessories. Be very simple and smartly dressed. And now we shall discuss tips for a successful job interview. Arrive early for the interview. It is always advisable to arrive 10 to 15 minutes prior to the appointed time. If presented with a job application, do fill it out neatly, completely and accurately. Bring extra resumes to the interview. The next point is, don't answer questions with a simple yes or no. Explain wherever required. Try to market your skills, your expertise. Always be positive. Do not give negative feedback about your previous company, colleagues or supervisor. It gives a very bad impression. And also, when the employers ask you, are you ready for a job change? Are you ready for a location? Do not cite any personal problems or family issues. Always try to have a very positive attitude towards life. Show enthusiasm and interest in the job position and the company. Never ever inquire about salary, bonuses, retirement benefits, vacations or other perks that is being provided by the company. Understanding and maximizing your non-verbals. Communication skills plays a very important role. I have already told this. Non-verbals here means your body posture, the way you sit, the way you speak. Always have a smile in your face. Maintain eye contact. All these will help you excel in the interview. And last but not the least, dress appropriately for the job interview. Just remember, be confident and sell yourself. Have fun and enjoy the interview process. That's all for the session. Thank you.